So hi, I'm Amber from Influencer Updates on Instagram, and welcome to Friday Night Live, where I'll give you a weekly update on influencer news and then followed by a Q&A where you ask the questions and I'll answer them live. So the first update for the week is... which one should I do? I might start with Steph Claire Smith and Josh Miller. So Steph Claire Smith turned 30 this week, and there's been a few eyes on her relationship recently with her husband Josh Miller. They do still live together, and it seems that they spent Christmas and New Year's together, but they haven't been posting each other lately. So it's raising a little bit of suspicion that maybe they're not getting along. Like, no one thinks they've broken up, but it's very out of character for them to not post each other at all. And even like on Steph's birthday in the morning, Josh woke up, or I assume he woke up, and he was posting a whole heap of stuff, like non-sponsored posts about some landscape gardener. And I was sort of thinking, this is Steph's 30th birthday. Why are you posting this stuff? And like, there was nothing that he posted for her birthday, like no birthday post. And then it got to about like 8 o'clock at night on her birthday, and she finally posted a photo of them together. She'd even posted like spending the morning having breakfast with her son Harvey and getting flowers from Harvey, which I'm assuming Josh gave her on behalf of Harvey, sort of thing. So it was just weird that she hasn't been mentioning him. And even, like if you look at her Christmas and New Year's posts, there's no actual photos of him, and he's been very absent from her stories. But the fact that they did post photos together on the evening of her birthday, that to me shows that maybe everything's okay now. Maybe it was all just a big rumor in the first place, but I feel like with influencers, all of this stuff is always for a reason. So they've also been expressing a lot of trouble that they've been having with their son's behaviour of late. Like they're finding it a real struggle to deal with 2-year-old's behaviour. But yes, watch this space. Hopefully they're okay, because everybody loves them together. So hopefully they'll be fine. The next update I'll talk about is So Dramatic podcast. So they had an episode this week, and it was a blind item that somebody had phoned in, and they were like they were telling a story about somebody, and you had to guess who it was, and they gave a lot of clues. They said that this person was like blonde and was the host of something, like a show of some sort. They said that she had a sister. They had all these clues, and it was a story about a woman who came into a backyard full of children and weed in a bucket in front of everybody and then ran off. It's such a random story. But anyway, I quickly Googled, one of the clues was that she has a tattoo on her bum from losing a bet. So I Googled blonde host who has lost a bet and had to get a tattoo on her bum. And straight away, Jess Ava, she came up. So she is one of the hosts of Studio 10. She also used to host a radio show with a man, and she lost a bet on the radio show and had to get his face tattooed on her bum. So yeah, you might want to listen to the episode. So it's So Dramatic podcast, and I think the title of it is like the wildest blind item we've ever received or something. It was a pretty crazy story. Speaking of blind items, I did post a bonus one this week. So I was sent in an anonymous tip that this person who lives, actually I'm not sure where they live, but they were telling me that they live in an apartment building. It's quite a affluent apartment building, and there's a particular influencer who is known in the building and known to like strata, that she comes to the building regularly and she'll wait for people to like go in and out, and she'll go in the door and she'll film content there. So she'll film content of herself like walking out, just like fashion content and stuff. So she doesn't actually live there, but she regularly posts videos out the front of this apartment building as though she lives there, I suppose. But then if she did live there, it would be kind of a security risk. But yeah, it was all pretty interesting. It is trespassing, so that would be illegal. But other than that, it's quite innocent, but it's also quite clever and quite funny. So that one got a very good reaction from the subscribers when I posted that one. Other updates, juice cleansers. So what is happening? I've noticed it's a real trend. Juice cleansers are back in fashion. So like Lucy Jackson and Bella Valeris, they've both been posting their journeys this week. And I did a poll in subscribers, and the majority of people thought that this is like a toxic thing to be posting, and that it's sending a dangerous message, and that juice cleansers really aren't that good for you. But I suppose some people think that they are. It just depends on, what you believe, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know, I feel that skinny culture is really coming back in influencer world, and this is just one example of that culture. Final update I've got for this week. There hasn't been too much going on actually, but there's been a lot of baby name stuff. So Mia Plecic, she has said that her baby boy, she has given some hints as to the name. So she showed a toy box and it had like his name written on it, and she'd covered most of it, and she'd said it's like an Italian inspired name. So the top guess for that one is Matteo, Matteo, and somebody mentioned to me that she mentioned it's going to be Matteo and his nickname would be Teo, so that would be a cute name, I think. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see the reveal on that one. And Veruca Salt, she mentioned that her son Cash, when she told her audience that it was going to be a one-syllable name, just a short name, I think she said, starting with C, a lot of people guessed Cobra, or Cobra, however you say it, Cobra or Cobra, and she was saying that she wishes she had thought of that. Like, she was like, that is such an awesome name, I wish I had thought of that, but also she knew she would get a lot of hate if she named her son Cobra. I think it's Cobra. If she named her son Cobra, so she decided to stick with the name that she'd already come up with, which was Cash. And in a similar fashion, Indy Clinton this week, she has mentioned some alternative names for her daughter Sol. So she was saying she really liked the name Soline, which I haven't heard of before. I think it might be a made-up word. I'm not really sure, but she didn't go with Soline. She went with Sol. And another name that she really liked and wanted was the name Cherub. But I think she said her sister and her husband both convinced her that that was not the right name for her child. They didn't like that one. So Cherub. But yeah, she went with Sol in the end. So that's really the top commented on updates that I've found this week. And now I'm going to read your questions. Can't believe it's Friday again already. What happened with Kerri and Josh? So Kerri and Josh, they're an OnlyFans couple and they are engaged, and they seem to break up every now and then and get back together. I'm not sure why they broke up this time, but I have heard that they were hooking up with other people on this break, but now they're just posting as though everything is fine. So I guess they've rekindled, moved on, whatever. Is Ashy Bines still building a house? Well, she was building her dream house, and it was on, I think she was saying like it was on a corner block in Mermaid Beach. She gave a lot of details in one of her Glow and Grow podcast episodes, and she was building the dream house, but then the builders, you know, how all the prices of everything went up, and then they were saying, well, it's going to go up like $500,000 in building costs. It was something huge like that. So they decided to like scrap some rooms and scrap this and scrap that to like bring the price back down to something they could afford, and then it was no longer their dream house. So they decided they were going to finish building it and then sell it and then build their dream house at a later date, I suppose. But I have posted that on Close Friends maybe a few weeks ago now, the address. So that one is for sale, and Eric, whatever his name is, Gretty's husband, Eric, is selling that one. Actually, I haven't checked, maybe it has sold, but yeah, that's the story with that one. Any tea on Love Island 2023 cast? I didn't actually watch it this year, but I will watch it. I just haven't watched it yet. But if you want tea on reality shows, that's more like So Dramatic that covers that sort of stuff, not me so much. A lot of people write into me, like somebody said that there was a podcast recently, can't remember what it was called, and I didn't listen to the episode, but there was a recent podcast. If you want to know, message me after and I'll find out. But one of the ex-girlfriends of a Love Island bombshell from this year's Australian season, she was on the podcast saying that she was dating this guy and then he broke up with her to go on to Love Island and be a bombshell. So that's a little bit of tea that was recently spilt, I guess. Why is your views on Tammy Hembrow as mother? She always copes so much heat. I think that's meant to say, like, what are your views on Tammy Hembrow as a mother? She always cops so much heat. I totally agree that she cops so much heat, and I think that most influencers do. Like, I don't know. It's quite frustrating because I feel like no matter what influencers do, there's people that hate what they do. Like, whether they, for example, sleep train or don't sleep train, there's people that attack them. Whether they make lots of money or don't make lots of money, like, there's people that attack them. So that's the thing with influencers. I think that Tammy is good at posting what she wants to post, and she does like to post a lot of family content, and a lot of people say, oh, you know, like she's such a good mum because she posts lots of family content, but she does cop a lot of heat around the relationship aspect of her family, like, you know, introducing men to her children. I don't know, I grew up with a single mum, like my parents divorced when I was 6 months old, and yeah, like mum introduced boyfriends and stuff over the years, and I don't recall anything weird about it, but then also they didn't live with us, so I don't know. From my experience, I don't know anything, but what are my views on her as a mother? I mean, she seems to really love her kids. She really seems very family focused, and so does Matt, so I think that Matt Zukowski and her are a really good match in that regard. Any insight into why the ATO is letting influencers off really lightly with their debts they've knowingly racked up, like Emmylou paying $40,000 of a $160,000 debt and Kristin Fisher paying $100,000 of nearly $1 million? Okay, I think that this is probably not just an influencer-specific question. I think that it's just that maybe people aren't seeing or hearing about all the other thousands of people who owe the ATO money and only pay a portion back. So I think that what's happening with these two examples is that their companies, not themselves individually, but their companies are going into receivership where people, like professional accountants, are coming in and negotiating their debts for them. So they say, you know, we owe more money than we can afford to pay back, so we want to try and satisfy as much of our debt as possible, so let us know how much you can give us a discount, sort of thing. So what they're doing is completely legal, and they're doing the right thing by getting receivership people in to pay their, like, organize their debts for them. And yeah, I think it is, as I said, it's much more common than people might realize, and it's just that these two women have been publicized in the media for doing this. Yeah. Martha Kay has been very quiet. I agree, she's so quiet, and I don't know why. I mean, she had her baby's christening recently, and that's sort of the last thing she posted about. She's launched her brand Lemwear, and I really feel that she should be promoting that a lot more. Like, she's got such a dedicated audience, so it's very odd that she's not. I'm not sure why she's gone so quiet. Maybe she's just sick of all of the drama around being an influencer. Like I was saying before, they get hate for no matter what they do. I noticed Steph Claire Smith, though, was wearing a Lemwear outfit to an event recently, which I thought was cool. But yeah, sorry, I'm not really sure what is going on with Martha being so quiet. Any tea on Emmylou and her Vegas boyfriend hanging out? I guess it's not really tea, but there is a rumour that, well, not a rumour, apparently she was down in Torquay last weekend and she was swimming in a race, and yeah, he was there watching, and then some people are saying that he's not actually a boyfriend, he is an actor who's come to film a TV show with her. But that was one of the blind items that I posted, so there's one of the answers for you. Okay, people ask about Kerri and Josh again. Notice Tammy didn't go to Emilee's birthday party. Yeah, so she didn't go. It appears that she didn't go anyway. I mean, maybe she did and just didn't take photos, but I doubt that would happen. But it seemed that Emilee posted a lot of her school friends at her birthday party, and I mean, maybe Tammy just had another commitment. I didn't actually check into that to see what Tammy was up to on the day, but I'm sure they're totally fine, and they do say that they fight every now and then, so maybe, but she has just asked Emilee to be her bridesmaid, so I don't think there's anything weird going on there. Do you think Anna will have any sort of special part in Tammy and Matt's wedding? So Matt Zukowski's co-host Anna McEvoy, like they host a podcast together. They are also best friends. Will she have a special part in the wedding? Well, she's not a bridesmaid because Tammy's already picked her bridesmaids, but who knows? Maybe Matt will have her as like a best man sort of thing, but best woman. She might play some sort of special part. I feel like there was talk about her and Michael being MC, or was that... No, that was Matt being MC of Michael and Anna's wedding. I feel like she will play some sort of special part. She seems very close with Matt. Anna Paul's new boyfriend. Yeah, so I spoke about this recently, that I assume the guy she's hanging out with, Amaric, is her boyfriend, but most people were like, oh, that actually makes so much sense. But then quite a few people were like, no, I think that's Addis's boyfriend. So not sure what's going on there, but very interested to know. And I've got an eye on them. Someone saying Ashy Bines downsizing and moving into hideaway offices and drops few and far between, a sign that her time is nearly up. So I think this was referring to her clothing line Baseline. Time is nearly up with Baseline. I don't know. I mean, I haven't noticed anything suspicious, but that is kind of suspicious if she's combining offices. I mean, financially, it's a great decision, but yeah, you would think that if Baseline was growing, it would be that she was growing warehouses, not combining them. But yeah, maybe she is downsizing the Baseline activewear operation. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll ask her and see if she answers. Can we all agree that Glen is doing so well after the breakup with Anna? I mean, Glen has lost weight and people seem to think that that means he's doing well, but often that can mean quite the opposite. Like, Anna has lost a lot of weight and she's saying it's not for good reasons. So I hope that Glen is doing well after the breakup, but I don't think we ever really know. Like Bailey Scarlett, so she's another OnlyFans creator. She posted today on her story about how somebody said that they want her life or something like that. And she was quite sad to hear that, because she's like, you know, on social media, you only see such a small portion of my life. And she lists like all these things she's got going on. Like there's this horrible criminal case that she's been involved in 3 years ago. And yeah, like, I don't know, we just don't know. So yeah, hopefully Glen is doing well, but it's just hard to know sometimes. Tahlia Skaines just bought a house. Do you know where it is? She lives in Bali. Yeah, so it seems that she bought in Newcastle. So her boyfriend, Jake, he's from Newcastle. And she posted earlier that day, she was at like a hairdresser or nail salon in Newcastle. So she did answer a few weeks ago on a Q&A. Like, people said, you're going to move back to Australia. And she said she's going to stay in Bali. But maybe she said she's going to have like, going to be coming back more often or something. I'm not sure if this is going to be like a Australia house that she'll stay in quite a lot and she'll sort of live between Bali and Australia, or if it's just going to be an investment property. But yes, I am very interested to know what she's going to do with that house. A lot of people talking about the skinny trend. Yeah, it's definitely a thing, isn't it? Oh, someone said Sophie Cachia and Sophie VDH appear to have broken up. That would surprise me. I'm going to have to look into that. So Sophie Cachia has been with a younger Sophie. When I say younger, it's because it's like a bit of a significant age gap. So Sophie Cachia has a girlfriend called Sophie. And yeah, they've been together about a year, and someone here is saying that it appears they've broken up. So yeah, I'll have a look. Have you seen any influencers say that they will boycott Woolworths? No. Why would they boycott Woolworths? I'm looking in the comments here and I haven't seen anything. Have Sammy Robinson and her boyfriend Harison broken up? Well, maybe. Like, someone messaged me saying that they saw her out in the Northern Beaches with a man that was not Harison, and they were like cuddling and stuff. So I don't know. I thought maybe that was mistaken, but then a few more people started to say, oh, well, you know, like, she's not posting Harison anymore, and it's all raising suspicions. Chloe Szep pregnant. Well, she has not confirmed that, but she is posting a few suspicious things, even like posting herself in oversized clothing quite frequently, which normally she does not do. And yeah, buying her rocking chair, which I mentioned a week or two ago. So yeah, there definitely are suspicions about that. What else? A few people asking again about Sam Guggenheimer and Caleb Poulter. So I've been talking about that. If you look at my YouTube lives, I've been talking about that for about 5 weeks now. It does appear that they obviously have definitely broken up at this point. She has been seen with another man called Prime Train, and yeah, they've definitely broken up at this point. Oh yeah, Skye Wheatley. There's been a lot going on with her this week. So What was the first thing? She was asking her followers to tell her why her following is decreasing regularly. And a lot of people gave her feedback and she's just like, no way, I think it's because I'm too hot. Like, people feel insecure following me. And a lot of people took that as humorous and a lot of people took that as serious and were like, Skye, like, you're an idiot. And yeah, it was quite funny. And she also mentioned that her and her partner, Lockie, they are going to a couples counsellor, which a lot of people have been encouraging that of the couple for a long time. And also it's good that she's making that a thing, like she's normalizing that, because yeah, they do seem to have quite a stressful relationship. Someone here is saying that Emilee Hembrow is getting an au pair. I think that would be great for her. All right, I didn't see that. I'll have to have a look at that. But yeah, I think that would be really great for her. Like, she does have a lot of children. She has 2 stepchildren and she has 3 other children. So yeah, getting an au pair would be a really good idea. And she also runs businesses and I think her husband does as well. Do you reckon Tammy's wedding will be this year? Yeah, so I think that date's predicted for November 24. Can't remember why I said that, why I thought that, but who will be the designer of her dress? I have literally no idea. I'm not really into like fashion and stuff, so if anyone has any ideas, let me know. I swear Anna Paul has always got the munchies. Yes, well, she has shown items that would give her that effect in the background of her videos before, so it is very possible that she has the munchies sometimes. Adele Maree soft launching a man's arm today. Yeah, so she also soft launched his arm a few days ago on her vision board, so she's definitely got a new boyfriend. Congratulations to the outspoken podcast gal who is expecting a baby. Yes, so that was a few weeks ago now as well, maybe. Yeah, one of the outspoken hosts, she is pregnant and expecting a baby. I think she was saying she's going to be 6 months pregnant at one of her sister's weddings, so she must be quite far along. Oh gosh, there's so many questions this week. I try to keep it to 20 minutes, but... People are boycotting Woolworths because they're not selling Australia Day products. They're boycotting Woolworths because they're not selling Australia Day products. Okay, I thought that that would be the opposite way. I definitely don't think any mainstream influencers are going to be boycotting Woolworths for that, because we all know that mainstream influencers are not in support of Australia Day. Yeah, Ruby Tuesday Matthews has written here, why would we boycott Australia Day merch on Invasion Day? Exactly. Why would you boycott? Hang on. I think that's written the wrong way around. I'm really confused about this. But yes, I don't think influencers will be in support of Australia Day merchandise. Oh, someone said that they reckon Vera Wang sent Tammy a parcel the other day on her story. That's very possible, because she is designing M. Davies' wedding dress, so maybe she's going to design Tammy Hembrow's as well. And Vera Wang is like big name designer, so yeah, I think that's a really good guess actually. Someone else here is saying that they saw the Vera Wang parcel as well. All right, well, I think I have covered everything. If I didn't cover your question, definitely send me a DM. I haven't covered subscription actually, but I think you all know about that. So I do daily updates to subscribers, and if you want to subscribe, it is $4.49 a month. And yeah, you'll get daily updates. We can chat all the time. A lot of people have been saying they've been loving it. Don't get FOMO, sign up, and you'll also get all the answers to the blind items for 2024 and also the 2023 blind items highlight. If you message me, you can have access to that as well for signing up. So thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you all next week. Bye.